Okay, so it is January and we are getting a new seedling, class of seedlings 2025. This is our seedling graveyard from last year, about late summer, so what can you do? I'm going to try something different this year, and I'm going to be trying this. We'll see. And here is the class of 2025. When I leave them here, it's getting some nice late afternoon sun, so it's not too harsh. I'm gonna dump out, say goodbye to our fallen friends here, get this new seed starting mix going, and get going. So that was actually a really great deal. I got it at Home Depot. That block was maybe $3, and it's lasted me one tray filling, and I have a ton more left in the container. I cleared out my old seedling tray, gave it a nice little jet stream water cleaning, and I did use the whole brick. I probably, next time I do this, I would cut the brick up just to make it easier to absorb the water and to break up. I keep it in this container, and it seems to be working pretty well so far. It's still moist in there, no weird algae or anything growing in the closed container. So but you can see that the brick is still lodged together, so I had to dig in, add a little more water than I think it instructed, but we got it under control eventually, and then I just started filling in the cells. This one actually is January so in my zone, but honestly I feel like seedlings are such trial and error that even the ones that say to sow later in the spring, I'm still gonna try. Who cares? And I don't know, do you guys worry about spacing when it comes to seedlings? I don't. I mean, in nature isn't spacing them any particular way. It's gonna push them down a little bit. And it's like, oh, put 1 to 2 inches. It's like, that's not what happens in nature. It's just whatever happens, happens. Put them down, cover them with soil. It's not a science lab. I'll go and scoop a little more, like a little top layer from my seed starter container when I'm all done. Alright, so basically all I'm doing, my little technique now is just to tamp them down a bit, spread them somewhat so they have a little bit of space, and then cover them with what's in that little pocket. Maybe take some from their neighbor. Pat it down, push, and this one's actually a lot easier to tamp them down in. The seed starter, peat moss, whatever this is, it's very relaxing. And I'm doing multiple, like all of these are arugula until basil, until tarragon, so on and so forth. I want a lot of tomatoes. And they're the wild and like craziest, funnest thing to grow. Pretty beginner friendly, I'd say, as a beginner. Swirl, tamp, cover. Zucchini. I got so many zucchini blossoms last year, and nary a zucchini. We're gonna give these space, I guess. Let's just do one of each. I don't know. I really would like to make my own squash blossoms. Oh, carrots I actually have not done before. I mean, I'm not too crazy about carrots. It's really just, I don't know, for fun. So here is, I don't know, my third, fourth seedling attempt. Let's see how this method goes. Very excited to start my cut flower journey. I got these from San Diego Seed Company, and the instructions said to soak them for a couple hours before planting and to add some fish food. And I don't have any fish emulsion. I guess, is that just fish food? I'm not doing that. But I will soak them, and I don't think I'm gonna separate them by their little color scheme now, or like in the pot where I plant them. I'm planning on putting them all in the same big pot anyway, and if they're just mixed in together. It's totally fine with me. These things are freaky looking. They look like little aliens. Ooh, kind of freaked out, honestly. Ew. I'm trying, oh my god, I'm trying not to freak. I am how do you say? Ew! Arachnophobe. And this is not fun for me. Whatever. There we go. Let them soak for 2 to 3 hours. All right, so here is what they look like afterward. I'm actually really disturbed. It looks like a science experiment gone wrong. All right, so here's the pot. I'm putting them in. I used to have, well, actually my biggest rose, currently my biggest rose bush used to be in this pot, so it's got some good juju. So hopefully these ranunculus do great in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about if this is enough room for, I think I have 20 corms. I'm just gonna go for it. The lady at San Diego Seed Company suggested putting them in pots so that you can dig them up, I guess, and then use them again next year. This was honestly traumatizing. It looks like I grabbed a bunch of dead you-know-whats with their legs all curled up and stuck them in the dirt. I'm surprised I even got through this. This is disturbing. Here's everything covered. Once they start sprouting, I might add some more soil, but I only wanted to put like 2 to 3 inches on top of the corms for now. So filming the January garden update, I just cleaned up everything out here just for you guys. Herb garden here, the rosemary, it's indeterminate if she's doing okay. Some browning. Looks like the powdery mildew is a lot more under control, and we have some new growth here. The oregano seems to be doing well, nice and bushy, but we are getting a little bit of browning here as well. And then our thyme seedlings that we direct sowed are finally making an appearance. And then here is the nursery. It's doing pretty good. The basil is a little slow, so it's kind of making me think that basil is my challenge of the year so far. But the arugula seems to be doing great. I did turn the tray the other way because it seemed like the ones that were on that side were getting taller, maybe a little bit more sun, so I wanted everyone to have an opportunity. And then this is a carrot section, but I don't know if a zucchini seed got in here or what that's about. But that's interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Lots of the bunching onions are open. Some honesty flowers. And yeah, lots of onions. We have red onion here. These ones are doing great. There's a little tiny one in there if you can see. And then we got some rain, so hopefully these are okay. They did get wet, it looks like, but San Diego Seed Company sent these for free when they sent my ranunculus. Gonna be planting these, let's see, earliest spring. I don't know, I might plant these in February. We'll see. I did put the ranunculus in here. So nothing happening yet, but I'm really excited about this, and I hope that this pot works out for that. She's still in slumber and or deceased, but I don't know, I kind of want to keep her until the spring. I haven't been watering it. I used to water it very intermittently. It's actually a little bit damp, but I keep watering it. If it doesn't happen, if nothing happens this year, then I will toss it. But I don't know, keeping hope alive. The fig tree. Okay, I have some questions because a lot of the leaves have fallen off. Okay, I don't know if that's normal for fig trees, if they dry out and then they curl a bit and then they fall, but we are getting lots of new shoots and they look nice and green and healthy, and they're popping up all over. I haven't noticed the figs themselves getting bigger really. Here's a nice big one. So yeah, I don't know. And then the other fig tree, same deal. These leaves used to look really, really great. They started to curl a bit, so I put them in a little bit more shade, And then, yeah, I don't know. Someone tell me if you grow fig trees, is this just the natural progression of the leaves or what? I don't know. And then my French lavender, she's still just favoring this side. I really hope it can look like how it used to look when I first got her. But we're getting some new growth, and I don't know, we'll just keep her going. And then my tomato plant, my damn dogs keep peeing on this. And last year it was nice and full and beautiful. But I think the dog pee has taken its toll, but we have a little sprig of hope here in the middle. So we'll see what that looks like as the seasons go on. And then these are some tulips that I didn't plant in the main flower bed because they looked like they needed some help. So I did put them in here, and we'll see what happens with those. The only thing going in this garden bed is the parsley. This was the basil that was so beautiful and smelled so great, but didn't last very long. I think I'm still trying to understand and get a handle on watering. So it seems like I was maybe overwatering the basil. But the parsley seems to be doing great. It feels nice and strong and sturdy. Lots of new growth coming up. I have these mushrooms here. Don't know what that's about. These arugula never did that great. They did terrible, actually, which is why I did some arugula seedlings. Hopefully those are gonna be healthy and strong enough to replace these here. And then once we are ready to transplant some of those seedlings back here, we'll finally have some stuff in this back bed. Okay, and my bok choy, clearly not going so great. I saw the flowering, which was bolting, and I don't know what I thought. Maybe I thought it was gonna get pollinated. I should have cut it. So now it's just a big weed. So I'm gonna take that out. And funny enough, I had bok choy seeds from last year that I never planted, and I opened it up to, replace the toy choy, which is what I have there, so a mini bok choy, and this was empty, so what a waste. Chives seem to be doing okay. Okay, so when we use them, I do cut them, and when I would cut like the same leaf many times and would still be nice and healthy, but now they're starting to get this white tip, so I don't know what that means. We had some strong winds and they were like bent over for a while, but now they're back to being nice and tall. So yeah, I think they're doing okay. Got a new one in there and a friend. And then the cilantro, again, I am still trying to get a handle on my watering patterns. I don't know, some weird things are going on, like I don't know if this is from over or under watering, this curling, but we're still getting new growth. But we are getting a lot of deceased stems down there, so I don't know what that's about. And then the dill, admittedly I don't use this that much, so maybe I need to start drying it to cut it some more, but it seems to be doing pretty well. The edamame, yeah, so it was looking better. The leaves have seen better days, but we are getting some beans and a little bit of new growth at the bottom as well. Lots of space for growth, but I'm just not sure what I'm doing wrong here. It could be the sun, although these beds get a lot more sun than that. And my strawberries, I did clean it up before filming this, so we had a couple of scorched leaves, and then I did move this from there, which was getting maybe too much sun because of all the scorching, so I put them here. We'll see if that turns out to be a good move or not, but lots of baby girls coming in on both plants, so I'll keep it there for now. And this geranium is doing pretty great. It flowers pretty often. I had my pink one next to it. This one was here, and then I had a pink one in its place. But the pink one has still yet to flower. So I moved it over there to get more sun to see if that helped. And then these violas, they're pretty new, but they're looking nice, and oh, they look so cute. They're looking nice and proud and just beautiful. So hopefully I can keep these looking good. We have some new buds coming in there. And here is the pink one. So we do get new growth every now and then, and I don't know. I think she had someone kind of chomping away at her. So I don't know if that's making her a little slower to flower, but hopefully we get some flowering soon. And this is my other viola. So yeah, I don't know. These ones aren't as open and proud. Oh, I meant to prune these, but we'll see how that goes. And excuse our cloth diapers. But the orange tree, I'm very excited. I can't get this film off of the leaves, and it was like that when I bought it. So yeah, I'm scared to do anything about it really, except for using water. But look, it looks like we're gonna get some blossoms soon. That's so exciting. They're popping up all over, and it was kind of, nothing was really happening, or at least, you know, you see it every day, so it's kind of hard to gauge. But I was getting a little sad, like, oh no, have I killed it already? But she's working on something. This is a new leaf I've been watching grow, and that's been the only one. Yeah, that's been the only one. But yeah, maybe those are gonna be blossoms. I don't know if we'll get fruit this year. It seems like the trunk, maybe I can, you know, see that it's gotten a little bit stronger, thicker, but again, that's hard to see. The neighbor's dog has noticed me. Okay, so how interesting is this, right? So again, I think this is an overwatering problem. So instead of directly watering the lavender, I'm going to water the jasmine and water the orange tree, and then whatever the lavender happens to get is going to be her water, because literally right down the middle. And then yeah, this isn't looking so great either, so not exactly sure what's going on, but we are getting new growth. So very confusing. Lavender and basil, I just can't, you know, quite figure out. The jasmine, again, I don't know. All right, so hopefully our friend has some other business to take care of, but anyway, back to the jasmine. The new leaves, they come up like this, curly and wavy. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I think this is a new blossom. When I bought it from the lady, it did have a couple. I don't think it was this, but I don't know. I think it's doing okay. Not quite sure. And then I did have a cute little viola path here, but there's concrete right here that prevents me from digging deep enough, I think. So I did have some deaths. It also could be death by dog pee as well. So I moved one, I forget which one. I think this, I had two, one here and one here, and that one stayed. And then I don't know, some died, some I replaced, some I moved, but these are new placements there and there. And then same thing for this side. I moved these over, or I had different ones, moved them over, they died. I put new ones here. And then this one was one of the original ones, and it was doing good, and now it's dying. And I think it's because of someone using the bathroom on them. So maybe I'm gonna get like some type of fence or something. I don't know. Just watch them more carefully, make sure they don't pee in this area. But yeah, the lavender is doing good. Sad story, but my son actually tripped off of this and fell right onto the lavender and scraped his little head. So but yeah, he's doing fine, and she, you know, didn't take too much of a tumble. This is looking a little sad. Maybe I'll give her a water today. But yeah, lots of new growth. This one seems to be doing a lot better. And yeah, this one's a great story because it was potted at our last place, and now she's thriving here in the ground, and I love that for her. And my gardenia, she's growing a lot. She was really scrawny initially. She also is a pot transplant from our last place, but looks like she might be getting bushier and bushier. There's more new growth there, some in the back, some here, all over. And looks like we are gonna get some blossoms soon. So that's exciting, but we are getting a lot of browning too. This area gets a decent amount of sun, so yeah, you know, everything's just trial and error. And now these are definitely death by dog pee, because these were doing great to sweet peas. One pink and one white. I don't remember which one. They haven't been flowering for a while. This one's growing really nicely, and this one was, but now, like, that's got to be dog pee, right? Same with that. More violas here, and then I think I see a little dog pee on the petal right there. So we'll take care of that. And then my Asilium or whatever, it also could be dog pee, but some of them aren't looking too hot, and yeah, I'm just waiting to see them bloom again to their bright, beautiful blossoms, because I miss them and they smelled amazing. But we did have some die, so I'll replace them. Oh, and then another viola, a new one, has died. So trial and error in this area. I did prune up the roses nicely before filming this, getting lots of new growth on all of them really. But this is the hybrid tea rose. And this is, that one's a Julia Child. And this one, oh, where's the sign? I forget what it is. Some type of Floribunda. But yeah, lots of new shoots everywhere. So I love that. Lots of new shoots. And then this one, we have a pest. I'll try to get it. These guys. So they were all over this bud before it opened up, and I just sprayed it with neem oil pretty often. And then they were also, like here, you can see them there. They were all over. So it looks like they've gotten under control. I don't see them moving as much, but you can still see their remnants. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to prune this one. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Or like, you know, cut right there. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I cut off the yellowed flowers or the brown leaves, and that's really all I do. I don't worry about shaping my roses too much yet, but yeah, they seem to be doing good. I don't know if those are the dead bodies of those little green things that I was showing you or what. Maybe poop. And then we have a bud coming, and then you can kind of see there's some of those pests on it, but I don't think they're alive any longer. So that was everything. Getting really excited for spring. Lots of changes happening pretty often, so just getting used to that and just trying to be flexible and open-minded and learning to adapt as much as I can. And then this is an update of the main flower bed. So funny story, this is an oriental poppy. I wasn't sure if this needed to be covered or not, so I left it as is because it had some roots that I did cover, but she's growing, so yay. And then these are California orange poppy seeds starting to come up. Can see it there as well. Nothing happening in the tulip section yet. My daylilies, I had 3. One of them arrived pretty crappy, so I didn't even plant it. But yeah, it doesn't look like those are going to be successful. There's one there, and then this one here. So yeah, I don't know. But the Mascari, which isn't even something that says it can be grown in my area is doing pretty great, at least so far. So that's very exciting to see those sprouting up. I've never planted bulbs before. And then this is my climbing rose, doing okay. And these were hyacinths, I think, like giant hyacinths. So one, there's another one I see, and one there. So very exciting. Oh no, that's not one. But yeah, nothing on the tulips yet, but I can't wait to see those. And then I will clear this out this month and get ready for the gladiolas, this middle part.